Your team just briefed you on a risk, and something felt off. Not with the risk itself, but with the way it was delivered. Slightly softened, slightly late, slightly smaller than it actually was. If that happened to you, this video is going to explain exactly why and what it means about your leadership. I'm Amanda Christian. I spent over 30 years leading technology and banking teams at the executive level. This channel is where I break down the leadership patterns that don't show up in any training program. Today, the difference between leaders who get the real picture and leaders who get a version of it. Let me show you two rooms. In room 1, a project manager is walking the team through a vendor delay. Halfway through her update, she softens the language. Not because anything changed, because of how she thinks it will land with the person at the head of the table. The problem makes it into the room, but it arrives smaller than it actually is. Now in room 2, same type of problem, different leader. This vendor delay pushes our launch by 6 weeks. We need a decision today. No softening, no repositioning, just the information at its actual size. The room absorbs it and moves forward. Same stakes, same team capability, same problem. Completely different rooms. The difference isn't the team. It isn't the problem. It's what the room has learned it's allowed to say. Here's what most leaders miss. Every room you lead is running a constant, subtle calibration, not based on your title, not based on how you present yourself, based on one thing. What happens here when something difficult gets said? Rooms learn this fast, and they don't forget it. If tension is compressed, the room narrows. If discomfort gets smoothed over too fast, information quality degrades. If people sense that hard truth create hard moments for the leader, they start editing before they speak. And no one announces this. No one decides to hide things. It just becomes the operating standard of the room. Information still arrives, but pre-shaped. Problems still get raised, but reduced. Risk still surface, but only after they've been made more manageable. The room still looks functional. Meetings still happen. Decisions still get made, but they're being made on a filtered version of reality. Here's the part that surprises most senior leaders. This pattern is more pronounced in high-performing environments, not less, because the stakes are higher, the visibility is higher, the cost of being wrong or appearing uncertain feels higher. So smart, capable people adapt fast. The room becomes more efficient on the surface, maybe more cleaner, more aligned, more polished. But underneath that, the range starts to collapse. Fewer raw observations make it into the conversation. Contradictions show up later than they should. Critical signals arrive after they've already been shaped into something more palatable. Nothing looks broken, but the room is working with less than it has access to. And over time, that gap compounds. There are two versions of leadership. One where people tell you what you want to hear, and one where people tell you what's actually true. Both can look like strong leadership from the outside, but only one of them gives you access to reality. What is actually going on? What are the real risks? Etc. And the leaders who produce the second kind of room aren't doing it with charisma or communication techniques. They're doing it by consistently demonstrating one thing. When tension enters the conversation, it's allowed to stay. Not managed immediately, not redirected, not smoothed over before it's fully heard. Just held. And because the room experiences that consistently, it stops racing. People stop editing on the way in. Information starts arriving closer to its original, truer form. That's what authority actually produces. Not compliance, not agreement, access. Most leaders evaluate themselves by what they produce in the room, the decisions made, the alignment reached, the outcomes delivered. But here's a more revealing question. What did the room do while you were in it? Did information arrive early or after it had already been shaped? Did people finish the thought they started or adjust it on the way out? Did the conversation open and expand, or did it narrow? Because the quality of what you're working with matters as much as what you do with it. Leaders who get access to reality early, not a managed version, the actual version, aren't just better at leading. They're working with better material than everyone else in the building. If you've ever left a meeting sensing that something important didn't get said, even though everyone in the room was capable of saying it, that's not a team problem. That's the room telling you something about what it's learned to do around you. The title gets you into the room. Authority determines what the room gives you once you're there. Those are two very different things. And most leadership training never distinguishes between them. If this landed, I've linked a video right here. Right here. That connects directly to what we just talked about. Watch that next. And if you're not subscribed yet, do that too. I'll see you in the next one.